I am absolutely freaking the heck out. Because I just, received this special information. It was as if I was listening to a subliminal, but I heard the freaking subliminal. It was like Terrence McKenna was talking about all this stuff, but then it morphed into speaking directly to me. They were telling me things about my friends and my family and how important this was, that this stuff happens. And guys, all of a sudden, it was not the video. I don't know what the frick happened, but through my right ear above me, I hear 3 people speaking to me. I hear someone say my name. I hear someone say, Amber. Amber. And then I could tell that there was other people in the room and that they said, I don't think she can hear us. She can't hear us. And in my mind, telepathically, I could not even speak at this point. My body was numb. It felt like concrete, but it felt like I was being smushed into my bed, but also being ripped out of my body at the same time. And I responded telepathically and I said, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. And they're like, she can hear us. She can hear us. And I'm thinking what is going on? And I remember specifically, there was one being who spoke to me. And like I said, this being was speaking to me, but it was as if this being's words had words. It's like saying, I love you, but there's more behind just those words of saying, I love you. Saying, I love you to someone could mean, I would be so lost without you. Saying, I love you could mean, you mean so much to me. You know what I mean? There's other words that could express the term, I love you. But this being was speaking to me and they said, we have been trying to reach you. We have been trying to contact you. Finally, they said to me that this is your purpose. You have found your purpose. They said, we know you have been looking to find answers. This is it. That is all I heard. When I tell you, I broke at that moment. I lost it. I was absolutely hysterical. I was unbelievably hysterical. I remember screaming, crying, laughing. It was as if all the drugs, all the substances that I took left my body like that. And I was sober. I would just like to briefly talk about one of my favorite movies, which is called Midsommar. I would not recommend this movie to watch. If anything, I would watch analyses or a movie review of someone talking about this movie. I would not go and see it. It's over 2 hours long, I'm pretty sure. I saw it in theaters. I, at the time, was a huge fan of Ari Aster. And he is the person who created these movies. He has another movie called Hereditary, which was another one of my favorite movies. Both movies very dark, very disturbing, very vile. I mean, this is when I was back into these types of things. I haven't watched a horror movie in years. But this movie Midsommar has always impacted me, and I didn't know why. And I didn't know why until I experienced this, until I experienced I'm going to say being recruited. In this movie, I'm not going to spoil it necessarily, but I'm sure a lot of you are either already seen it or have no desire to see it at all. So basically, the movie starts off by this young girl who has seemingly committed suicide and also has killed her parents at the same time, because I think she was depressed or something. Look, I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but basically she allows the car in the basement to run, and she hooks up this long tube into her mouth so that the gas gets in her mouth and her parents are dead in the next room. Out of that family, there was a daughter that survived because she was away at college, and she gets the news and she is absolutely hysterical, as one would be. And basically the movie goes off of that, of this woman trying to come to terms with it, grieving in school, all the trials of life. And she's living with her boyfriend at the time, and her boyfriend wants to break up with her basically, and he doesn't know how he was going to. And then all this stuff happened with her family, and he's trying to hang in there with her. And basically the boyfriend has some buddies, and one of these buddies is like an exchange student or something from, I want to say, Norway. It's definitely not Norway. But basically this kid invites the guy and some of his buddies, the boyfriend I mean, and his buddies, to come to this midsummer festival. Sorry if you hear anything, the dogs are barking. To come to this festival. And I forget if he invited the guy's girlfriend or not, but I think he did, and she ended up coming along. And it's basically them trucking through this whole experience of experiencing this midsummer festival. And I think it's called a solstice thing. Basically, throughout the whole movie, a lot of really, really bad, unfortunate things start happening to the people that were invited. And basically, in the end, this girl who had lost her family tragically becomes the next quote-unquote, I'm going to say queen of this group of people. And this group of people are just